In this episode of the JSP Show, I'm going to show you how to set up your watermarks in Lightroom. Hey guys, what's up? It's Johnny here, and welcome to another episode of the JSP Show. Oh man, what a week. As you're probably well aware, the JSP Show, I missed it last week, but I have a very good excuse. My little baby boy, Jaden John Spencer, was born about a week ago today, so it's been a full-on week, but what a miracle of life has just been amazing. So, yeah, I apologize I missed last week, but I think I had a really good excuse. Anyway, check out this couple of pictures I put up there. That's my little boy. All right, this week I'm going to show you how to set up your presets in Lightroom. And let me just cancel this here. And you can see I'm in Lightroom here, Lightroom 5, doesn't really matter. It's the same in most versions of Lightroom. So what we want to do is we're going to set up a watermark preset so that you can select that and use that when you export your images out. And it's going to automatically add that watermark and you'll be good to go. All right, let's get started. So if I head up to Lightroom here, and I click on Edit Watermarks, and you'll see the watermark editor will come up. So there's two types of watermarks, guys. There is a text watermark that Lightroom will just generate, and there's also a graphic. Now, most of us have a logo or something like that, so feel free to add your PNG, and I'll show you how to do that a bit later, and the reason I recommend and why I recommend using a PNG, not a JPEG for that. So if I wanted to add just some general text to this, down the bottom left here, you can see I can just type Johnny Spencer. And you have to forgive me, guys. I'm a bit sleep deprived, as you're probably well aware of the newborn baby. So it's been a wonderful week. So I'm going to type in there, Johnny Spencer Photography. And this is if you just want to add a general text overlay. You can type there whatever you like, guys. It's all good. All right, so let's jump up the top here. Image options, we'll get to that in a little bit. You can see we've got text selected here. Okay, in the text options, it's pretty straightforward, this first bit. Obviously, you've got your font, your style, your alignment, and obviously your text color. Now, this is for a drop shadow. Not a huge fan of the drop shadow, but if you like the drop shadow, there's all your settings there with your offset and radius and angle and all those things. But I'm going to turn that off for now. So I'm pretty happy with the Myriad Web Pro. That's fine for me. Now, one thing I would recommend with any of your watermarks is lowering the opacity. 70 to 80% is fine. I see what people watermark their images right across the middle, and it makes me sad. I understand why we put watermarks on our images, and I think it's a handy thing to have and to show people where your images come from. But I really think that it needs to be a subtle thing. Realistically, you're putting your images out on the web. It's if someone really wants to steal it, they can. And it's not about that. It's about sharing the photo love and sharing your passion and sharing your art out in the web. And it's good to have a watermark to let people know who you are and where that image has come from. So opacity, I love it down somewhere around 70. All right, so this is the size of the watermark. And look, honestly, with this image, something like that would be all you would need at the bottom. Something small. Just something it's subtle. That's what I like to say. Something subtle for your watermark. So obviously we've got the positioning here as well, and we want to bring it in just a little bit from the edge. Now the anchor is basically the position where the watermark will be located. And often what I'll do with some images, I'll have an anchor to the left right corner and the right corner. And the reason I do that is sometimes there might be something. Most of all, I would have it in the bottom right corner, like I have shown here. But sometimes there's something there that you don't want the watermark to go over, a particular leading line running in, or just something. So it's good to set up a couple of presets, and I'll show you how to do that a bit later. All right, so that's how I do a text preset, and the last thing I need to do is just save that as a preset that I can select in the export menu. But I really want to show you how to set up a graphic, because that's when it becomes really exciting for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this radial button up here. I'm going to select graphic, and it's going to prompt me to go and find my graphic. And see, we've got the JSP logo here, and it's a PNG. And guys, the reason why I love the PNGs is because they have that see-through or clear background, basically. So if you had a JPEG, and I'll bring this in and just show you what it looks like. And you can see you can't really see it very well there, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Don't worry too much about the way the watermark looks at the moment. It's because it's zoomed right out. So don't worry too much about that. It'll all become clear as soon as we export it a bit later. All right, so I'm happy with the positioning of that watermark, and maybe we'll just bring it in just a touch here. And this is all personal preference, guys. You know, you put this exactly where you want it, but I recommend the bottom right as a standard, and also set up a bottom left. And you know, it's good to have a little graphic. It's always nice to have your branding on your images. All right. So the next thing we want to do is we want to create the preset. So I'm going to go down here and go save current setting as a new preset, and I'm just going to call this JSP new. And that's my dog there barking. I apologize. I am in my home recording studio, but yeah, unfortunately, it's not that soundproof. So let's go with JSP new. I'm going to create that there, and there you go. And if I hit done, that is it. All right, so let's find an image here. There'll be one here. There'll be one here that I've processed before. Oh, okay, let's just grab this little fella here. All right, and now all I want to do is I'm going to export this image, and I can hit the big export button down here, or Command-Shift-E will also bring up the export panel here. Now, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to click on Web down the bottom here, and I'm going to close all these ones. So these are some presets I set up before for exporting to the web. But what I want to do is I want to select that new preset, and there you go. There it is, JSP new. So under watermarking there, you can see it's checked, and we want to select the JSP new preset. And if I hit export there, let's just double check that's going to the desktop. Yes, it is. Let's have a look here. It's just exporting. Let's have a look what that's done there. And the icons are huge. All right, give it a sec. It's just finishing off there. You can see exporting there. Oops. All right, let's have a look and see what's done. And there you go, guys. Let me double tip this one. Make it full screen for you there. I'll make that full screen so you can see that, if I know how to drive my computer. And there we go. So there's my preset at the bottom right there. So there you go, guys. Really simple. And I'd recommend you make a PNG logo or something like that. It just looks a bit more professional, and it really keeps things. It's actually probably a little bit large than I'd like, but the opacity is great. You know, it tells you who it is, but it's not taking away from the picture of the snow monkey, which is what I really like. All right, guys, that's it for this week. It's been an absolute epic week for me, and I want to tell you guys about the Share, Inspire, Create Lounge. If you haven't checked it out yet, now's your time to jump in. We've got a crazy deal running because my new boy has arrived. If you enter the offer, go to this URL and enter the offer code, the coupon code JAYDEN. That's Jaden, and you'll get $1 for your first month. Usually $20 value. And when you jump in there, guys, it's amazing. There is like there's like over $300 worth of courses in there, and we're giving it away for $1. So jump in there. There's so much happening. I'm super pumped. So 2 amazing things have happened this week. The Share, Inspire, Create Lounge is open for all you awesome photographers to get in there and start achieving your photography goals. And my baby boy has arrived. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And as always, have a great week. And this is Johnny out. Peace.